So I was actually in a hospital in 2003 when there's SARS outbreak. I was actually in the dirty team, as they call it back then.
During SARS, it was a very stressful time for us, especially working in the intensive care. Every day we were receiving emails about our colleagues who were falling ill, some of them unable to breathe, needing ICU.
I was thinking, the only thing between me and the virus is this flimsy mask, and I had no idea whether it was going to work, right? I felt very, very vulnerable, but I have to admit that it's at times that you also felt close to God, because it's like this is the only thing protecting you and God.
And we really saw that life and health is not in our hands, and it's really in God's hands, who gets better and who doesn't. And many doctors and nurses turned to the Lord during that time.
You came through it okay, and you sort of feel that God is also with you in it.
And it was a great source of encouragement to me that I was able to continue attending Island ECC during that time. Because I was single, I had very little social contact, and being able to enter into worship and to hear God's word really helped to sustain my faith.
And obviously, you have accountability, you have friends, you go through ups and downs together. So I think that, church is really about care groups and people more than anything else. I would say I'm concerned and I'm careful, but I'm not fearful. And it could be because I've been through SARS before, and that really sort of gives me a perspective on the whole thing. It was God who was there, and he sort of made it go away, right? And if God could do that then, certainly he could do that now, right? So I do feel that, God is in control of the situation.
I think it's important that those who've traveled in the last 14 days or have had contact should self-isolate for 14 days. It's worth not eating together in large groups, and maybe only eating with close family contacts, because we see that eating together seems to be a common factor in some clusters.
Everyone's so conscious about washing their hands now and wear masks, and these are really effective ways of protecting yourself, and we know that it'll work because we've had this experience with SARS, right? So, if you do these things meticulously, I think that you should be fine.
And for those over 65 with underlying illnesses, it may be worth considering to continue worshiping online for the time being.
Sort of like your belief informs your behavior and it informs how you handle everything.